When I picked up this F-100, I brought it back and got the guys on it right away. But I didn't let them in on one little detail. They're building it for the folks at Shiner Brewery.
We'd like you to do a project for us.
Really? But there's a catch.
We don't need to see the plans, but we want to see the car before we make the deal at the end.
We don't like it.
Not a
We're
problem.
out.
I'll show it to you, and if you dig it, you dig it. So here's why I'm not telling the monkeys. I don't need anyone here going around bragging about the build because the deal's not done until Shiner people see it. And I don't want to jinx the deal, so I'm keeping them in the dark.
We're about halfway through the build on our 59 F100. The guys have blown apart the mock-up, and now I'm just waiting for them to get the cab over to my side. But you want to know why I'm bald? Is because Richard gave us a crazy 5-color paint scheme, and I can't even work on the bed until the guys get the wheel tubs fixed.
Teeter-totter. But tubbing the wheels was never part of the plan.
We'll make it work.
When we dropped the bed onto the chassis, we ran into a really big problem.
Something's not right.
The brakes and the end of the axles are underneath the bed, basically.
Did they build us a rear end for a step side? The rear end that came with this chassis was space for a step side, but we have a fleet side. Fleet sides have the wheel wells inside the bed. Step sides have the wheel wells outside the bed. The difference for us, there's no clearance for the wheels. Shipping out a new rear end would just hold us up too long. So the quicker solution, break out the saw and tub those wheel wells. Meanwhile, I have Charles swapping out the valve covers on the LS so we can get it over to paint.
I got it ready?
Oh, yeah.
So about that 5-color paint job, why is he going with that?
This is going to be the sketchy part.
I don't know. Richard's being really secretive about this build.
Are we going all the way in the booth?
Yeah?
What I do know is that we need to have it ready in about 2 weeks.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you think of this?
Oh, dude, I like that. I think that's killer. The back of this
Polished
truck
tubes.
needed something. That
Yeah,
did a lot for
and
it.
it has reverse lights now.
And it's got a hitch underneath, correct?
Yep, that's the whole point of the license plate's sticking out a little bit and all that good stuff, but it's hiding a hitch. You just flip it up and you got to pull out the, I got the
That's-
stopper in there, but little plug there.
Big time.
And then I had, Chad's getting me a little bit longer one,
Yeah.
because this one
Tucks
kinda-
under that license plate.
Yeah, it goes underneath it, so the new one will be a little longer, so it'll sit out like that.
I like it.
And that way you still have your license plate on there. All right.
So now I'll go give Mike the news. You got something else to paint.
He loves that.
Looks awesome.
Thank you.
I don't think
he'll
he'll feel the same way, but I think it's awesome.
Right.
Mike!
He's gonna tell Mike Gold. This is gonna be funny.
Shiner. Now that makes sense. Yeah. That makes
Yellow.
That's why it's that color.
Seriously? Shiner?
Hey, man, I told you I had a customer.
Well, you
Makes
did.
sense now.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
Now all I got to do is sell them on it. Here we go, guys and gals. This is our 1959 short bed, big window Ford truck. I got the truck bought, brought it across the street, and told the guys, let's just do an easy gas monkey build that we've done before in the past. Well, that didn't last long because I found out that the guys at Shiner were looking for a promotional vehicle.
We don't like it. We're out.
I'll take that chance. I'm a gambling guy. With 150 grand on the line, I needed to put more money and effort into the build to get it done in 30 days. Since we're up in the build, we're not going to keep the little 6-cylinder in there, and I'm changing the color scheme, and I'm not telling the guys what's going on. I did let them have a little fun. We called our friends at K-Tech and went with a 500-horse monster of a LS3. Now, we've got to push that power into something, so we talked to Monster Transmission and got a nice overdrive tranny with a 4L70E with a Thor converter. That takes all the power out of the motor and crams it right to the rear wheels where we want it. Boom! When it came to up in the build, I wanted to make sure that we had the right suspension to handle the horses that we were going to put in this thing. Nobody does it better than Ride Tech. We skipped the airbags this time because this needs to be a work truck. When it comes to braking, Gas Monkey loves Willwood. So we went with 6-piston in the front, 4-piston in the back, and 13-inch rotors all the way around. We ended up getting the truck built, and I had it hand-lettered by my boy Brian Bass. This is all real deal. This isn't stickers. This is the way it works. So either they're gonna like it, or I guess I'm their new brand ambassador, and I'll be driving it like this for a while. I invited the Shiner people to Gas Monkey Bar and Grill, and I'm gonna show them the truck and see what happens. Now, you guys built a killer truck. I've been driving it all day, checking it out, so it's rad.
You give it the seal of approval then?
I give it the seal of approval when we sell it.
You haven't sold it yet?
They've never seen it.
Oh, man. I'm glad it's your money. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mike, why don't you go into the bar and ask for Sydney and Nick, and tell them not to look until they come out. This one I really had some fun with. I mean, not telling the guys what I was doing, and just telling them, trust me, I've got a potential customer. I might make this happen, and they're just like, whatever, you're the boss.
Nick and Sydney, right?
Yeah, turn them around.
Okay.
All right, you ready, guys? All right, check it out. Ta-da!
What?
What do y'all think?
This is it? The tire's flat. Like, what is this?
No, seriously, turn around.
Oh.
Bam! This is a 59 Ford short bed, big window, pretty rare truck, you know, as far as finding a good one. Absolutely done every single nut and bolt. We went with a custom chassis underneath, went with a K-Tech 500 horse motor, monster transmission, Willwood brakes all the way around. I mean, it's pretty slick. We threw a badass truck together, put the right logos on it, and brought it out here to show it off. Is that a risky move? Hell yeah, but the risk is equal to the reward. It's a $150,000 truck, guys. These are not decals. This is all hand-painted on the way they would have done back in the day. Since you guys have been around since 1909, I didn't want to put a bunch of stickers on it.
That's beautiful.
Hop in there, see how it feels.
All right, I'm hopping in first. I'm beating you to the punch. I love this interior, the stitching. This is awesome.
So check out the gauges. Dakota Digital hooked us up with those. Direct fit, and it works with the motor we put in it, and you might see a little custom touch there.
I love this, right there.
Little shiner right there, nice. Good detail.
That's great.
We try to make these things look the way they look, but this will drive like a brand new truck right off the showroom floor.
Yeah, and Vintage Air hooked us up with the latest and greatest in AC, so, you know, being in Texas, that system with this truck won't miss a beat.
Yeah, you've also got a Holley EFI set up, so it starts right up. Good fuel economy, 500 plus horse right there at the pedal.
Yep, and Ron Davis hooked us up with a radiator that'll keep that engine cool. Again, being in Texas, you won't have to worry about it overheating.
I think we should start it up and hear that MagnaFlow exhaust.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. Started it up, sounded great, had to do that.
I was a little jealous of that.
So this is where all the fun happens.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like I said, we got a 500 horse, 500 foot-pound of torque K-Tech motor, coilovers all the way around. Got a killer Willwood system on the brakes. I mean, you've got more brakes than you'll ever need, even if you're carrying a truckload of beer. Well, there you go. Did we do all right? Do we have a deal?
Sounded good. It looks good.
It's sold, right?
Yeah?
Come on.
Yeah.
think?
You know you like it.
Yes!
This is a great truck.
Killer.
Everybody in Shiner's gonna love this truck.
Boom! Gas Monkey got paid.
You know, for what he put into this and how fast he turned it around, I think this is well worth it.
Absolutely, write the check.